All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this episode where we will talk about us and the product that we have. So today we are talking about PMTChurchFlow. That is one of the products that we have under Tech UK Limited. So if I click here, it will take me to the PMTChurchFlow page, and if I want to register, then it will bring me direct to the PMTChurchFlow page. What app? So if you are here, then I am assuming that you want to know how to navigate and see how things are done here. So I would then start by letting you know that before you will be able to navigate this app, we will have to set you up as a charity organization or as a church. So before that can happen, you would click on Start Free Trial, and that would populate this form for you. Fill a very simple form for you to fill. And once that is filled, we are going to get the information and we'll set you up. And by setting you up, we are going to send you a token where you are going to use to register either as an admin, and then you put the token here, the invitation token. Um, and then you see the tests that we have set up so far. You would you see your touch there, so you can use your invitation token and then register as a church. Okay. And then if you get a token as a pastor, which the admin of your church would have to do for you, you can then come in here and then register as a pastor. Okay. So we will go back. The members, you can also do that if you get a token. You can be invited, but usually setting up the member is kind of straightforward by the pastor, so it is easier. So if you get that token, or if you get registered and you get yourself registered as an admin, then you can come in and log in as an admin. So I've got an example admin setup here, and I will go into it. It says invalid credentials. Why is it saying invalid credentials? Because M. McCarthy is not an admin. It's not an admin. So let me try and get an admin here and see. Let's see this one, if this one will work. And yes, we have it here. We have it here. So we can see that people have been set up. People have been set up as members and admin, you see. And here, the administrator can manage members, can edit the member, and I think we need to work out this one, but can delete a member and edit who a member is. No, the admin cannot edit a member. That privilege has been taken from this particular administrator. So if we want the admin to be able to edit a member, then it would be one of the privileges that the administrator will get. But this particular administrator cannot um, edit a member. He cannot edit a member. Managing events, this particular administrator too, I don't think can manage events. No, cannot manage events because we have not given that privilege, but that still cannot view because we need to give you that privilege to be able to get that privilege to do that. And this particular admin does not have that privilege. This particular admin does not have this privilege. The finances, the admin cannot do anything here. Invitations, here is where the administrator can actually invite people as an administrator or a pastor. So if you choose a pastor, you put the pastor's email address here, you generate a token, and then that token will come like this one. So that is the token that you would give to the pastor for the pastor to go and then register him or herself as a pastor on the system. So that is what the admin can do. Until the admin is given privileges to be able to edit this one, everything here will be view only. Everything here will be view only. So with that, let us go to the pastor's login and let's see. So here, as a pastor, we are going to log in as a pastor. And therefore, if you log in, if you register and log in as a pastor, this is where most of the action is done. This is where most of the action is done. So in managing events, you can add events, put event name, put the date, describe the event, create the event, and then you see the event happening here. You can view event, and then you can actually edit the event here. You can also delete the event as we go on. Okay, so with that said and done, we when we come down here, every sermon that you put in would appear here. And so you, the pastor, you will see the excerpts of your sermon and your description here. If you go to manage sermon, this is where you would upload your sermon. And then these are the accepted format that you can use in uploading your sermon. And if you have a video, you can put your link here that would redirect people to your videos. And also, if you're adding a sermon, you come put your sermon title, put a date, put a description, and then it would appear here. So, as a pastor, you can re-download it, but we gave this privilege to the pastor if maybe you want to see how the download works. Yeah, but this is how it is. Okay. And then if you scroll down, you can view all members here. And this is where you can actually edit, view, and delete members. Now, under the set members, you would see add group. So this is where you can add your group, whether being the choir, the men's fellowship, the women's fellowship, whatever group that you want to add. You can add them here. When you go to add group, it will give you the chance, add a group, and then add description. And then you will be able to add members to your group. As you are registering the members, you would have to add them to any group that they may belong to. And that is how the system works. Okay. So as I've said, the events, you can also access them here. Now we have a special feature where you can actually create a podcast. You put in your title, description, whether it's a live podcast or a pre-recorded example from a YouTube. And then you create a podcast where you would have your personal podcast being created. And the sermon too, you can access the sermon from here. It's the same features, the members. And now, add a member, you click it from the menu part, and then you can add a member username, add their email, set up a password for them, their details all here, put their picture, and then we will take it from there. You can add a member from there. Okay, your type. This is where you will report. So if so and so has paid it, the tithe, the amount, the date, and then you record your tithe. And then you see something like this. Okay. And so this will be your settings where you can change whatever if you don't like your username, you don't like your email, you can change it. You can assign role. The pastor can assign role. So you put the member username, event name, and then you put a role there, and then you assign the role. and then simply you can then log out. You can then log out. So that is that for the pastor. Now let's go to the member. So you log in as a member. Now this is not a membership. Um, so let's use this one as the membership login. And then you log in as a member. And this is how the membership login dashboard will look like. Now we will not make you see the members. We will not make you see the members, the names of the members because of data protection. So you would see nothing here. But the initial intent was for the names of the membership to be here. So we'll see how we would work that. And then attendance. Your attendance will be recorded here. You will see your attendance. Um, your amount that you have given will be recorded. Your group. So if you are part of the choir, you will see group messages also here. Well, so the group that um you join, the group name is the New Generation Choir. And then the group messages, you see them here. The prayer request, you see them here. That is from every group. Every group has the ability to put in prayer request. So you see them here. Devotions, you see them here. And then attendance history, you see them also there. When you click on event, you would see the details of the events, my tithes, you would see your tithe details, your giving history, the sermons. So this is where the member can actually come in and download the sermon and follow. If you have uploaded anything, or if there is a video link, they'll find it here and then click on it to redirect them. We haven't actually given any privilege for the members to change their settings. So nothing will happen here. And then if that is said and done, you can then log out and then move on. So if you are interested in this app and you want to share ideas, you want to follow, work with this app, then ladies and gentlemen, this is the app for you. It's the PMTChurchFlow. It is here to help you manage your church properly. So thank you, and God richly bless you. If you want to speak to me, you can send me an email and we will take it from there. Thank you so much.